Hello fellow photographers, it's great to have you here. You might be here because you're a photographer wondering why you should specifically choose a photographic safari and not just a regular safari. In that case, you've landed in the right place because I'll be telling you all you need to know for you to make your decision. Now I know what you're thinking, surely you would get the same wildlife and get the same photos on a normal safari. Unfortunately not. There are many small but significant differences that influence whether you get your dream photograph or miss out on the opportunity, some of which you might not even have considered before. Right at the end of the video, I will give you 4 important questions to ask before booking any photo safari. If you love photography, conservation and travel as much as we do, remember to join our circle by subscribing to our channel. I'm Danielle Carstens. I'm a professional wildlife photographer and photo safari host in Africa from Africa, and I lead photographic safaris throughout southern Africa. Today I'm coming to you from the beautiful Mashatu Nature Reserve in the east of Botswana, the perfect destination for a photo safari. For those unfamiliar with the concept of a photo safari, it's a safari hosted by a photo guide who is there to assist and advise you on the best settings, enhancing your experience, anticipating animal behavior, and inevitably troubleshooting when your camera misbehaves. It is curated in such a way that you improve your skills as a photographer, you walk away with stunning images, and you have the most memorable experience possible. I'll be referring mainly to wildlife photo safaris in my video, but there are many other types of photo safaris to which the same principles may apply. Number 1. Light. The whole structure of a photo safari is centered around, you guessed it, photography. This means that light takes priority. We're after great images, and great images require great light. This might be bad news for those of you who aren't morning people, as we always try to get out of camp before sunrise while the non-photographers are still busy waking up. But trust me, once you are out here watching the sunrise over an endless savanna, listening to the lion roar and seeing him bathed in golden light, you will be so grateful. So yes, we do go out early in the morning, and in the afternoon we stay out until after sunset if possible, to make the most of the light. During midday, when the light is harsh, the wildlife is generally lazing around, sleeping, and that's a good time for you to do the same, or to edit some photos together with your photo guide. The fact that light is prioritized also means that we often favor light over species. This means we will always go for the best photographic opportunity and not favor a sleeping lion in dappled shade and long grass just because it is a lion. We'd much rather opt for the high key photo of a long-crested eagle in a tree, for example. But don't worry, you won't ever be denied seeing your first leopard, albeit a sleepy one, but you get the gist. Photos always first. This is a significant difference between a regular safari and a photo safari. The other tourists will be watching the sleeping lion while you get your award-winning eagle photograph. By the way, if any of the concepts I mentioned interests you, like the high key photo I just mentioned, remember to subscribe to the channel for more photography content like this. Quality time. True photographers need to have patience. We spend time with the subjects we come across. Very few of the best photos ever taken were taken by arriving, clicking and leaving. This is what I love so much about a hide. As you sit in silence, the wildlife approaches you in their comfort zone, demonstrating normal, relaxed behavior. But you have to wait and be patient. If you decide to go on a regular safari, you'll find yourself immensely frustrated when you arrive at a sighting and leave after 3 minutes, when you know that kingfisher will dive into the water again as part of its bathing ritual. But because everyone else has seen it and is ready to move on, you miss out. As a note, I've hosted many photographers who bring along their non-photographer partner, and without fail the partner loves the photo safari due to the fact that they get to observe and truly familiarize themselves with the subjects that the others are clicking away at. Number 3, group size and interests. The number of guests on a wildlife photo safari are usually limited compared to any other safari. There are various reasons for this. Firstly, if your wildlife viewing happens from a vehicle or a boat, you need to be able to have a clear view and space to move. That's why you'll always have a window seat on a photo safari, and you'll never run the risk of being squashed in the middle between two other guests. Space is not the only reason for a smaller group. A photo safari is also a learning experience, and the photo guide needs to be able to provide quality tuition to everyone in the group. This is just not possible with a large group, on a wildlife photo safari in particular. Cultural and walking photo safaris are slightly different, as you're not operating from a vehicle and you generally have more time to set up cameras, etc. for the moment. Personally, I find that 4 to 6 guests is the sweet spot, where I get to provide each member of the group with high quality photo tuition. I have to mention, the value of being part of a group of like-minded photographers is not to be underestimated. Your priorities will differ greatly from any other safari goers, and you'll enjoy being surrounded by other photographers who are all there for great photos. As you can tell, there are many elements of a photo safari that all work together to get you numerous excellent photo opportunities. It has to be said that many of the special added extras that make a photo safari what it is do come at an extra cost. For example, booking a private vehicle that comes with a private field guide, having a knowledgeable photo guide to assist you, booking extra seats for adequate luggage allowance on smaller planes, choosing an area where sustainable tourism is practiced and one doesn't add to unsustainable tourism. These don't come cheap, but the benefits will show in your photographs. Now for 4 important questions to ask before booking a photo safari. Number 1. What type of photographs could I get at the location? This might sound obvious. The photo safari might be affordable, but is it truly good for photographs? Specifically photographs that you are after. Maybe you expected leopards, and in this specific location there happens to be very few leopards. Or maybe you're a minimalist photographer and the area holds little opportunity for minimalism due to the type of vegetation. Hop onto social media and have a look at photos taken at this specific destination. Number 2. How many photographers will there be per photo guide? If it's a large group, make sure you'll be getting the guidance that you need. Number 3. What type of reserve will you be in? Is it a private reserve where off-roading is allowed, or is it a busy national park where there'll be no off-roading permitted and there are many day visitors around? This is important to know beforehand in order to know what to expect. And then the most important one, ethics. Will ethical photography be practiced? For example, are you booking with a responsible safari operator? Is the area you'll be visiting well regulated in terms of tourism and conservation? Keep an eye out for Shem's video on this topic. It's incredibly insightful and definitely worth a watch. I do hope that this gives you a much better idea of the concept of a photo safari, as well as the differences between a regular safari and a photo safari. Remember, you're always welcome to contact us for advice or with any questions that you might have, or send us your questions down below in the comments and I'll be happy to answer. Until next time, enjoy your photography. Bye-bye.